Good morning. It is Thursday, December 4th, and we are on our way to the Villa Borghese Gallery. So we are going to see some amazing sculptures. I've been here once before, but we're actually going to take a guided tour. So that's going to be fun. And it's in a beautiful villa. And I can't remember, I don't know if it was a Medici palace. I don't know, but it's cloudy today and cool. Not like Sicily. Beautiful gardens, but we got to go in and start our tour. Stunning. And the gallery is gorgeous. This sculpture is just amazing. In the niches are ancient Roman art, but this centerpiece was commissioned just for this museum. This sculpture is by Bernini, and it's called The Rape of Persephone. So Bernini was 23 years old when he did this. So this is another statue by Bernini. It's Apollo and Daphne. And it tells the whole story if you go around it. So this is him running after her. This is him catching her. And then this is her turning into a tree. Oh, such a masterpiece. And the ceiling is the scene, again, it was painted in the 1800s. And this is faux 3D paintings. It looks like there's little shell things. Also by Bernini, it's David from the Bible.
It is the instrument that David played.
This is a sarcophagus. The carvings show some of the tasks of Hercules. And the David statue is, again, another Bernini. They say he was 25 when he did this. And it is stunning. And he's got furrows in his brow. Wow. He's really concentrating on shooting that stone. This is Napoleon Bonaparte's sister. She married a Borghese. And this is, it caused a scandal because she was naked. It was made in the 1800s, or 18th century. I can't remember what she said. Okay, so it was done in the early 1800s, like 1805. This is the Grand Salon. Whoa. Wow. That's all mosaics. Wow. And this is an ancient Roman mosaic. Okay, so we learn more about this. These were actually real gladiators. This was found in a Roman villa. And the gladiators were famous. So she said the names associated with them were probably their real names. And the little, sorry about the finger. And those symbols mean they got it. They were killed. And this is another ancient Roman mosaic of the hunters fighting animals. Oh, sorry about the finger. She said that gladiators did not fight animals. There were specific groups of people who fought animals for sport in the arenas, the Colosseums. The hunters did. This is the Caravaggio room. We're focusing on paintings. So this is an early Caravaggio, Boy with the Basket of Fruit. His early paintings were still lifes, but look at that. Oh my gosh. Not perfect. Look at those grapes with the reflection. It looks like a photograph. This is a self-portrait of Caravaggio. He was sick at the time, and so that's why the Bacchus has a yellow face. But look again, the realism of the fruit. That's crazy. And this painting is David and Goliath, and there's a whole story to it I won't tell you, but Goliath, the head of Goliath, is another self-portrait of Caravaggio. This was a painting Caravaggio did, I believe he said, for a convent, but he used a prostitute as a recognizable prostitute as his model. It's probably the prostitute's son who's baby Jesus, and he's really too old to be baby Jesus. And then the woman on the right was probably the prostitute's mother, and she's supposed to represent Mary's mother, but she looks old, and saints are never old. So the convent refused it, but the gentleman who owned this museum loved that, and he bought it. And there's some more Caravaggios. This is the last one. So Tom and Lalo, I'm thinking about you. This is the Egyptian room. Very cool. And there's the hieroglyphs on the wall and also on the floor. This is a Raphael, and it's an altar. It was an altarpiece. It's the disciples carrying the dead Christ to his tomb. So, because of the way this was painted on wood, it's oil on wood. It needs a lot of attention and restoration. So the last restoration, actually, these are the same colors that it looked like when Raphael painted it. So this picture by Raphael is called the Raphael's Mona Lisa because he was very inspired by Leonardo da Vinci. Very similar pose. No unicorn in Mona Lisa, but very similar landscape. So this was done by Bernini, and this is the man who owned this gallery. I thought it was a palace, but it was actually built as a gallery. The whole building for his friends to come and see. But anyway, he's got a crack in his forehead. The name of it is Scipione Borghese. The interesting thing is the eyes have pupils, which was very unusual. It looks very realistic. So this is the second bust that Bernini did because, again, the other one had a crack in its forehead. But the guy, the Borghese, he liked both of them, so he took both of them. This room was known as the loggia because to the left was all open to the gardens except for columns, but they closed it in during a 18th century renovation. But the only original feature of the room is this mural, which is a meeting of the gods. All right, this is the last room, and it's dedicated to Venetian artists. And this is a Titian. So the sacred and profane love. The sacred love is right, and the profane love, love of the world, love of material things, is on the left. And then in the middle is Cupid, who's mixing their love. And again, it's a Titian painting. This is another Titian. It was painted when he was 70. The other one was painted when he was in his 20s. So people have said this is almost an impressionistic thing because you can't tell where the figure of Christ begins and ends. It's really stunning. All right, and this is the Borghese Gallery. Again, our guide told us that no one ever lived here. This was built specifically to be a gallery to display art by the Borghese guy who lived in this park area, who lived on this estate. And he was very powerful. He was the nephew of the Pope. So, like, he strong-armed people into giving him some of their art. And one piece he actually stole from a church in a different city. But he was quite a character. But anyway, it was built as a gallery to display art and sculpture. So we're going to take a delightful stroll in the park. And because it's a huge park and it's supposed to be absolutely gorgeous, and I've never walked through the park. And we've got some very mellow jazz. We got a saxophone player there. He's playing some smooth jazz. We found what we call the Roman Pedway, and it was an underground place at the bottom of the Villa Borghese grounds. We've been underground for the last 15 minutes, and we are heading to the metro by the Spanish Steps. But this whole walk has been underground. It's so interesting. Well, we eventually did find the metro. It was down those tunnels. We came back to the hotel. We settled up because we're going to be leaving very early in the morning. And now we are walking to Trevi Fountain. All right, we are doing the tourist stuff today. So we have stopped at Trevi Fountain. They have all kinds of crowd control barricades up, I guess, and you wait in line, and they only let a certain people, like the last time I was here, people were on these levels and they were sitting and watching, but now you can only go down to right in front of the fountain. And it looks lovely. It looks lovely, even with all the crowds. And this is one of my favorite, oh, not the bus. This is one of my favorite places in Rome. This is Vinci, and they have this massive wall of chocolate. I'll film when I get in. We're gonna go in and get some chocolate. So we stopped in the Vinci, and this is mine, and this is their amazing chocolate fountain. Oh my gosh. And their flavors are delicious. It's a beautiful store. They have chocolate. All right, major touristy stop. Number 2, the Pantheon. So that's the front. And this is from the side. You can kind of see the dome a little bit, but anyway, it's another crowded place. There's like school children groups, which I think is a cool place if Italian school kids, can you imagine doing field trips going into Rome? Oh my gosh. All right, major tourist destination number 3, Piazza Navona. There's the 4 Rivers statue. There is the church built, I can't remember the church, it's named after a female saint. Built by Bernini's rivals. So Bernini made this one figure looking up in horror at the church saying, "Don't make me look at this church." But the best part is Christmas markets! Christmas markets in Piazza Navona! And here is the creche, or the nativity scene. A very Italian countryside scene. Really lovely. And this is not, this is regular zooming. Actually not, it's 1.3. But anyway, they've got games for kids. And I wish I could do some of the games for my grandkids. Mary's there. Mary! And we have the candy stand. Oh, and the marzipan is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is candy I might actually get and eat. And then we have art. And of course, my friend Mary, the artist, is interested in the art. So this is basically a booth where you buy things for your creche and your nativity scenes. And they've all got different sizes. So all different sizes of characters. Oh, I've never seen this at a Christmas market. Exclusive to Italy. And some of them are really big. Like that's $100. And it has running water. There's smaller ones, that's $52. It's really neat. Okay, everybody needs a pig on a unicycle hanging on their Christmas tree. Come on. All right, and then we have more pigs, a weightlifting pig, 2 dancing pigs. I don't know what those, more dancing pigs. Okay, remember that Vinci gelato I showed you? Yeah, that was about a half an hour ago we had that. We're in, as I told you, Piazza Navona, and this is called a tartufo. It's in Trastevere. We are the Trastevere in the corner. There's multiple Trasteveri's. And it's one of my favorite things to eat in the world. And even though I just ate gelato, I'm still going to eat this. It's ice cream in there. Yeah. So we're walking around the Christmas market. We finished with our little snack. And we decided to go into St. Agatha's. I don't think I've ever been in here. It's very beautiful. And look at the mural on the dome. Oh my gosh. All right, and we have got, that's so, okay, it is dusk in Piazza Navona, and you can see the lights from the different booths. Beautiful Christmas tree, and then that's the church we were in, St. Agatha's. Just so beautiful. The fountain and the obelisk. Ugh. Okay, we walked down from Piazza Navona to Campo del Fiore and cut through, and now we are on the pedestrian bridge to head over to the Trastevere neighborhood. There is a jazz quartet here, and they are making beautiful music. I mean, it's a quartet. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, we are walking along the streets of Trastevere, and it's just so absolutely charming. So we are eating at Tonelli. It's very crowded. You can't, it's huge. We're at an outdoor space, plus there's an indoor space, there's another patio. But I am having one of my passions, which is fried artichokes or artichoke alla Judea. And we're gonna dig in. Oh, it looks amazing. And this is dinner. Of course, I know it's a pasta course and we should have a main course, but we're not going to do that. This is like a cacio and pepe with bacon. They call it Grecian, but it's kind of cacio and pepe. So we've left the restaurant and now we are in this Santa Maria Square, which is sort of the heart of the Trastevere neighborhood. And we're going to go in this church. And you can see the beautiful mosaics. Gorgeous. So we are inside this church, and you can't really, it's just gorgeous. The ceilings and the front and I believe those are all mosaics, but it's kind of dark in there, so you can't really see. All right, so Mary had a 50-cent piece, so we were able to turn on the lights for the mosaics. It goes on for 3 minutes with a 50-cent piece, and it is stunning, incredible, breathtaking. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna do my sign off for the whole trip here. This is the view from our window. Yeah, I still had to figure out what this building is, but it's lit up in the colors of Italy. Beautiful view from the hotel. It's been a great trip. Tonight our visit to Trastevere was wonderful. It's been such a great trip. So until next time, please buy the shoes. You know, we're only here for a short time, so buy the shoes you love. Eat the cannoli and the cake and the gelato and take the trip. It's just breathtaking. These things you see take your breath away. So until next time, January, I'm going to sign off. Arrivederci.